Well, someone looks very sad. Hopefully it's not because we're back with more Let's Play Phoenix Wright. I'm about to sneeze. What a... what a terrible introduction. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I probably will forget to edit that out. So you get 2 takes and a sneeze. Wonderful. Let's pretend we're taking things seriously. So this is trial, I think, latter. So the other one was former. So we do have 2 parts of the trial. But yes, whatever her name is, she seems sad. I can't remember her name. I think it will pop up. Emma. Mr. Wright? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of the lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Yes. It's quite annoying. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. Wait, hang on. Now? She's been summoned now to the judge's chambers. I don't think that was mentioned. I would have thought that would have been mentioned. This is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Ah, Phoenix. Phoenix, ah. Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire its temper. It's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. What is going on? Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. Why are you allowed a knife in a courtroom? Okay, not technically a courtroom, but, you know, a lobby. That hard to slip over, huh? What? Oh, sorry, that's... I don't know who's talking anymore. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? Only like it's an important piece of evidence that you should have found. Huh? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. I don't know what a muffler is. This must be some weird American name thing. I think I've heard it a few times. Like, the UK and the US are countries separated by a common language. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? I don't know? Like, Edgeworth could have put that forward then, but he didn't mention it. In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Well, it was a muffler anyway, whatever that is. Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. I mean, she kind of was. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? Whoa, this is... I don't like swearing on this channel. If it's steak sauce, I can help you out with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! What? I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Good grief, that would make me look over at the prosecution if I were the judge. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. Sounds like, he can't breathe, which might result in, I think it's hypoxia, which is brain damage. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Are you getting enough sleep? What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. Exterminate. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know. I don't know. I need this for tomorrow, and I'm recording it at 10:30. This is going to be a deranged session. I'm just apologising now. It's already going weird. Well then, I believe it's time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. 2 Edgeworths. The horror. Excuse me? Knock knock? Who's there? What a wonderful question. What's with this guy? Strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Why is he orange? The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. How do you know this? Who on earth is he? It's you. Helpful. Oh, sorry, I was meant to press enter. Oh, he. Sorry I'm late. G. Is he giving a nickname to the judge? The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, eh, G? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, smizzy, judgy. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Oh, I'm gonna hate this guy. Yes, indeed. G. Used to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. With Phoenix on this one. I'm sorry, but who are you? Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Hey, thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all the trouble, eh? We should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? I'm sure there's a place in England called that. Wouldn't be surprised. Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. I'm intrigued that he's managed to tie his tie into a cross. That's quite impressive. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. You didn't even know she had one. So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing. SL9. SL9! I'm pointing quite excitedly. Which you can't see, because that's not helpful. But, okay, yeah, so if we turn that upside down, it's 221 SL9. Ahaha! I knew it! And what's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. That's not... We already have the murder weapon. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Whoa. Why are you putting... Why, getting my fingerprints on it? Am I going to get framed for this? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound the gavel anymore. Oh, we wouldn't want that to not be able to happen. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Oh, that's true. How will I dramatically object to things without being able to point? Just hurry up and open it. Game has taken control of my... Let's do it that way, I don't know. Right, so... Oh. Zoom in. Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. A dark red stain. Blood? Found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I'd like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police? And this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one. Really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Ah, we already know it. Hang on, if I can't rotate this, can I? No, I can't rotate it. Which is annoying. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Archie. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Well, wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. No, it wasn't. No, what? Hang on. Right. It was between 4 and half 5, but we know it was after this phone call. Sorry, before the phone call. So we know it's up to 5:18. Edgeworth's car was involved, so we know it's between 5:12 and 5:18. But the previous witness said it took her 5 minutes to walk to take the picture to hear the phone call. So it must have been pretty much as soon as that went in. So you're looking at like 5:13 if there's a 5-minute gap. Unless there's an error there, which is possible, I suppose. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. Chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. Okay. Don't complain about the scientifically, because it's just gonna happen. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Okay. Here's the thing. I know that there's a contradiction, not a contradiction here, but there's something I can point out using the evidence we have. But I don't know if the game will allow that. So the knife is special, but I can't say how. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links the knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. How are things down at the department? Right, okay. So let's see if we can inspect the knife a little more then. Haha, we can. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure. It reminds me of a similar code. DL6, maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. Wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Yes. Ah. I was right. Right. I can't interact with this though. Right, I'm going to present that. I think we're going to be alright, because the game is basically saying, there's evidence you should point out. Do it. So, let's present. Yes! Music stopped. Wait a second. Ah, at last. An honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.